Like, this would be an adversarial conversation, right?
Private and public sector gets tax cuts when you hire a person of color.
Government agencies don't pay taxes. Government agencies are funded by the government.
That is not true. That is not true.
And same with xenophobic national...
Government agencies are not funded by the government. Government agencies pay taxes and get tax breaks for doing DEI hires. Is probably one of the dumbest things I've ever heard on Jubilee, and I have heard some brain dead arguments on that program. That's saying a lot, right? Also, this this freeze frame, he really did the Jim from The Office. Uncle Sam looking like Jim, yeah.
Xenophobic nationalism, don't you think that's better for America? What's the problem with xenophobic nationalism? Don't you think that's better for Americans in general? Like
xenophobic nationalism is better.
We should have a coherent culture.
You and I have a fundamental disagreement. We will never see eye to eye on this.
It's also fucking stupid to say that America should have a coherent culture. It is straight up Nazi arguments, right? It's just Nazi arguments. Now, I don't know who that person is, but I'm willing to bet if we were to look at the, the links to all the guest social medias and we were to go to her social media, she's like a young Republican organization member, got her own podcast, making TikToks, whatever, and it's all white nationalism. But if you were to ask a regular, your coworker Republican who says, yeah, America should have a coherent culture, right? A homogenous culture. What they would mean is, we all love America. We all stand for the pledge and for the national anthem. We all don't question American imperialism, that kind of shit, right? They wouldn't use those words, but, that would be the vibe that they're talking about. My thing has always been, the culture between zip codes is different in America. This is a big country. The culture between New Jersey and Pennsylvania are gonna be different because they're two different regions. We're talking about the distance between two separate countries in any other place. Our diversity is our strength, unironically, and it sounds like a liberal cop-out, but like, yeah, it is a strength. I don't want a carbon copy culture across the board. Now, I think there are prevailing like cultural narratives and and thought across the country, but to say that we should or that has ever existed anywhere have a homogenous culture, like that doesn't exist anywhere. It's never been a thing, and every time there's been a pursuit of that, it's led to straight up ethnic cleansing campaigns. There is no homogenous culture, even in a like xenophobic country like Japan, right? There isn't a homogenous culture. Like the difference between like Tokyo and Osaka, right? Like there's a phenomenon, a cultural phenomenon called the Osaka Bang, right? Where people in Tokyo, they're very uptight, heavy tourist industry, very like much more densely populated than Osaka, even though Osaka is still a big city. But people are more laid back in Osaka. If you were to do what's called the Osaka Bang, where you walk up to somebody in Osaka and you go, bang, they'll play along with it. They'll be like, you got me. You do that to someone in Tokyo, they're calling the cops. Like, you can't even say a xenophobic country like Japan that has a bunch of different ethnic groups, and there's, intergroup racism in Japan, but also is racist against any other ethnicity outside of Japan, right? I'm not speaking as an Asian person, obviously, but within the, broader Asian diaspora, Japan is not looked very fondly on because of, like the 30 million people that the Japanese Empire killed across the entire region. Not thought of very well. Even in countries like the size of mine, does not have a completely uniform culture. There's differences between age groups, region, city, town, rural, background, etc. To want a completely uniform culture means you want to do some fucked up shit. Right. Like, I make fun of, I tease you, Anglo, all the time. Because, I'll do an accent for, a certain, town or city in the UK, and you'll be like, that's not a Essex accent. That's a I don't know, Liverpool accent. And I'll be like, dog, the distance between these places is like one zip code in America. Okay, shut the fuck up. Literally. But still, to your point, yeah, there's within a 30-minute drive, completely different culture, right? Even Northern and Southern California have completely different slang, customs, food, etc. I mean, dude, LA between Oakland and WeHo are different cultures. Now it's still within the broader LA County, right? But there's dialect, there's different accents, there's different cultural signifiers. It's so stupid to think, oh, we should have one homogenous culture. What you're saying is, as a Republican in America, I think we should be a white, Christian, conservative, straight country. That's it. But they know they can't say that. They know they can't just say out loud, I want there to be a single, homogenous ethno-state. A theocratic, fascist ethno-state. They can't say that. I don't even think most people who are hyping that up even know what they're asking for.